I'm engineer Wilson Chirwa. There are 11 episodes in this podcast entitled Building Construction Supervision. It is meant to teach anybody about building construction supervision. Prior knowledge of construction is not necessary. Please subscribe if you like the podcast. Episode 1: Site Identification. The episodes of Building Construction Supervision are meant to teach anyone. Prior knowledge of building construction is not necessary. Whenever a building has to be constructed, a site has to be identified as belonging to the owner, because you may end up building on someone else's land. In this episode, we will look at how you ensure that the site concerned belongs to the owner. We will also troubleshoot any challenges in this exercise. I am your tutor, Engineer Wilson Chirwa. The owner of the land to be developed will have land ownership documents such as a title deed and a deed plan issued by a government, department, or ministry. The title deed is a legal document that describes the land and the owner of the land. A deed plan, on the other hand, is a drawing that accurately portrays the extent and position of the land mentioned in the title deed. A deed plan shows a beacon at each corner of the land. The beacons are joined by lines which represent boundary of the land. Information on the deed plan concerning beacons and boundary lines include global coordinates of beacons, which constitute northings and eastings, is related to global position on Earth. Identification number of each beacon, distance between the beacons and corresponding angular bearings of the sides, area of the land in hectares, and representation of the north direction. The developer or owner of the land normally has an idea of the locality of the parcel of land to be developed. Once at the site, the beacons have to be identified. A beacon consists of a concrete block cast into the ground with a steel peg in the middle. Let's look at scenarios that may arise that we need to troubleshoot. Scenario 1: all beacons cannot be located. The beacons could be hidden under a layer of deposited soil or decomposed vegetable matter. In that case, clear the site of decomposed material and thin layer of soil and look again for the beacons. Or engage a land surveyor to identify the coordinates of the beacons on site. If the beacons have been removed, the land surveyor should install replacements of the beacons as per this plan. Scenario 2: some beacons cannot be located. Some beacons could be hidden under a layer of deposited soil or decomposed vegetable matter. Clear the site of decomposed material and thin layer of soil and look again for the beacons. Or engage a land surveyor to identify the coordinates of the remaining beacons on site. If the beacons have been removed, the land surveyor should install replacements of the beacons as per this plan. Scenario 3: beacons are in the neighboring property. The neighbor may have engaged in developing his plot without due regard for plot boundaries. The developer has to resolve the matter with his neighbor. In some cases, the proposed building can still fit on the remaining piece of land. Where that is not possible, the works have to be halted until the matter is resolved with the neighbor. Scenario 4. The site has been built upon. The site may have been built upon by someone who mistook it as his plot. The developer has to sort out this depending on the degree of development. A swap of plots may follow with relevant title transfer documents, including compensation, if any, to the aggrieved party. Further information can be accessed in a book I have published, available on Amazon, entitled Building Construction Supervision.